Hi guys, you're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, and we are doing a fun video this morning because I need cheering up. So, you guys help cheer me up, and I'm going to show you some really cool stuff. Basically, what I love to use this channel for is making friends and family, as well as the Pagans and Witches Amino app. That's where I've started my, real journey with confidence in witchcraft, and what gave me the confidence to start this channel. So I have a family with both, and then I have a family there and a family here. So I love connecting all of that, and I love making friends all over the world. So this video is dedicated to you, Maddie. I did a video of the box that she sent me, and I'll attach that below. But I want to show you what I've done for her. She gave me a lot of amazing things that I absolutely treasure, and she also sent me things to one of my pieces of taxidermy that that I talk with, and Eleanor, my little crocodile head. So I want to show you what I made her. I do art, and I mostly do it for friends, but I also sell pieces. And I've made two pieces for her, and I've also given her in this big flat envelope two fig leaves. One from Jackshire Farms, and I'll attach the link to that. That's my husband's gardening. So we've got kind of a yellow fig leaf here, and then a green fig leaf here. Fig leaves are great for all kinds of things. I've done a video on figs, so make sure to check that out if you haven't seen it. Maddie, I know you've seen it. Maddie is one of the coolest people in the world, and who I connected with first, because I believe she has seen every single one of my videos, and now there are over 350, I think. Alright, so the first piece of art I have to show you is this one, which I've titled In a Man's World, Inner Mind. And what it is a bunch of pictures that I cut out from old-time magazines, and I cut up geography books and space books and all kinds of just table books. This is a book on gentlemen, so there's a stake up here and some weird taxidermy that's fallen out of the sky behind the mountain, and all these things are falling out of the sky. It's raining, and these women on this planet, whatever planet it is, these women are just so excited, it looks like, about the rain. So this is the inner mind of a man, in my opinion. Alright, thank you for checking that out. If you guys like my art, comment below. I want feedback. And if you'd like me to create a piece for you, I would love to do that. It would be easier for me to do it with somebody that comments with me that I know. Okay, Maddie, her name on YouTube is Maddy Taylor. It's right there. So you'll know why I made this picture. I put her name in it here, because it says Old Taylor Vintage Whiskey. And I've got a big taxidermy skull in here. This man has this giant hand under her bum because he's all boozed up, and she's just got her mind on the coin, Oh, what did I name this piece? Her mind is on the coin, not the hand. And they're on space. Alright. So those are the art prints that I made you, Maddie. I hope that you enjoy them. My art's, I don't know, obscure, crude, weird, definitely weird. Okay, so in the box, Maddie, in the box. We're listening to a little portishead. I've written you a letter telling you everything that's inside, and a little personal stuff, so you take that upon yourself to read all of that. And then there are two pieces on the top of just garbage. There's nothing inside, but then there's one that kind of looks like that. There is something inside of that one. because it says on the front. So, Maddie, I've gifted you one of the bats that I broke open in that from that glass box in that bat video that I did. And I'll try and attach that below, you guys, if I can remember all these things. So it's very small. It's just a very small bat, and I thought that you could use that. I've had it in my living room for 3 years, or in my living space, whether it be in here or the living room. And I hope you enjoy it, because also me and all of my collab girls will have one as well, because there's 5 bats all together. Me and my collab girls is 4, and then you have the other one. Pretty special. Alright, a gold candle from one of my hauls. I really like this gold rose candle. And there's one thing in here that I can't show on camera. You'll know what that is. Next, lungwort that I've harvested from my tree in my garden. And one of the chicken's feet that I dried and then I spray painted with Irene. A lot of these things are from videos, to be honest, because I video almost everything that I do. I've given you half of a passion fruit skin, and you can use that for all kinds of things. I made a video on passion fruit. This is special. A part of William, my mandrake root, because I have that big jar. So I'm sharing with you some mandrake root. It's hard to come by, and if you guys want to know where to get it, just comment down below and I'll let you know. Now, this is special too. I'm giving you a cinnamon stick that I blew through 3 really deep breaths on each side. So you can use this 6 times for spells of your own if you need my help, because I've enchanted this with my energy. And I've tucked that inside of this red mojo bag, which I want you to empty out, and then do up your own mojo bag spell. And I'm going to be making a mojo bag video on how to fill it and feed it. So mojo bags are used in hoodoo, and I sewed this up all by myself thinking of you, girl. Okay, what's next? I've given you some organic St. John's wort from Star West Botanicals. I did that 30-some minute video on St. John's wort. It's really good for like warrior work, but so many other things, both magically and medicinally. Okay, I've given you some organic mugwort. This one isn't from my garden. It's because I had a humongous bulk of it, and I need to share it before it expires. And it's nowhere near expiring, don't worry, but I need to share it and not let it just sit on my shelf. All these herbs have sit out in many full moonlights. Like, I take the glass jars out in the full moon so that they're blessed. So they're extra special. Some powdered iodite. Iodite is excellent for, I use it in most of my oils and a lot of my workings for more astral plane work, psychic abilities. It's here in my astral oil that we made on this channel. But it's powdered, and I would really like to get some that's not powdered. But it kind of turns it into a mud, you know. So I'm sharing with you the powdered with that information that use a little bit of it, not a lot. A little bit goes a long way. It's powerful stuff. It's good. Eyebright. In here, in this flat bag, is mugwort from my spring harvest of my garden, and this stuff is like gold to me, so I'm sharing it with a few people, and I have quite a bit from my Maben harvest, so there's a lot to share with everybody, and I want to give like people from around the world things from me. It would just be so special, you know. And if you don't want to do a box where you share something back to me, you can buy a box of these goodies from me, you know, whether you want a small, medium, or large box of oddities with or without taxidermy. Let me know. I'll make something up for you. I have so many things to create for you guys, you know. Okay, Maddie, I've made you this. It is corn silks from my mother Peggy's garden. And we dried them in the dehydrator, and then I've strung some purple string on it. Purple is the color of alchemy, the color of magic. And in Scott Cunningham's book, under corn, in the Encyclopedia of magical herbs, it says right in there that if you hang one of those things that I made over your mirror inside of your house, it will bring prosperity to those who look into that mirror, that live there. Okay, next, I've given you, how many? I didn't write how many. It feels like 3 slices of blood orange that I've dried. I'm going to show it to you guys because it's so beautiful. It is so good in oils and perfumes. I've got a piece here in this oil, and it just looks gorgeous once it's inside. And I put it in a lot of my oils that I wear as perfumes that, you know, have a nice sweet smell. Yep, there they are. They're really divine. Then these are the blood orange, you guys. Nice. And they smell so good. Alright. Next, I've given you 3 strips of cow suede from my big chunk of leather, and I'll show you which one I'm talking about. This big chunk of suede that I've used for lots of things over the years, and the spirit of this animal I've always felt close to and worked with, and I have it on things like my besom, besom, and my walking staff, and now I'm giving you 3 pieces to put onto something, and there's pieces of this all over the world because I've sent some to a lot of people. And we'll be sending some because I have this big strip. If, like I say, if you guys want some of this, let me know. I will be more than happy to put something together for you. Okay, and so, is that all I wanted to say about that? And next I've given you a snakeskin from a red-tailed boa constrictor. A shed. A snake shed. Once a month they shed. So that's one whole snake shed. You can use that for a lot of things. If you had a huge working, it might call for the whole shed, but other than that, you don't need to use that. And I'd wash your hands or Purell after touching that. Just because, you know, snakes do they have disease that we don't have? I mean, or is that just something my mom used to tell me? I don't know, but it could be true. So just have some Florida water or some Purell or whatever. I keep my Florida water in this now. It's the coolest thing ever. I thrifted that old vintage thing. I'm going to show you the huge surprise last. Like, it is a huge surprise and you better be sitting down. And like I said, Maddie, I don't care if you watch this video now or you wait for the box to come. I've given you 6 little pieces from my lore books that I read on, you know, my Saturday Night Lore when I do those, and they're just cutouts from the beginning pages, and these are from the video where Lily went through and guessed why each thing would be spooky, like why a candle would be spooky or whatever. So she actually, you know, these were in the video with her. Touched by an innocent girl, you know? That's cool. And now I've given you some chunks off of this. Off of my, look how big this thing is. It's ridiculous. It's so big. It's bigger than my arm. I believe this. Now, I'm not a stone witch and I don't know everything about stones. I don't know everything about any of this stuff. I'm learning a lot of the time with you guys, and that was one of my, we'll call it a critique this morning that made me sad, was I didn't know what kind of wood or stone was in my wand. And if that person would have listened to the rest of the video, they would have heard me say, And the reason why I don't know these things is because, and also, I'm telling you that I don't know. I'm not saying it's definitely Hazel when I don't know. I'm trying to be honest. Also, I don't use that wand. And if he would have kept listening, he would have heard that. So I've already given him too much credit. But when I tell you I don't know the names of things, I'm just being honest with you. I believe the stone is called black tourmaline. If you know what it is, please go ahead and correct me. But please be kind about it, you guys. And more's falling off right into your box, Maddie. There you go. So I've given you in this box, they're just loose pieces of this rock. Oh, it is shedding more. Okay, so and then here, I have this bell, and it's brass. And I've had it for forever, and I've just always loved it. And I had a dream, and in the dream I put this in your box. No idea why. So it's going in your box, because I feel like it needs to be yours. And these are really good to have, you know, put on the outside. There's so much on bells in witchcraft. I don't actually like them for witchcraft. I feel like for me, they don't do well. So another reason why I'm sharing this with you. But if you put it on the outside of your door, you'll know when anybody comes in or out. So if you have a bedroom where it's like, you know, just you, or you live alone, that's a really nice thing to have. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. But it is actual brass, and I feel like it's a really nice thing to give you. Okay, and the humongous thing, the big whopper. Maddie, you sent some things to Eleanor, and she's been like a different lady ever since nonstop, and so thankful, and felt like she feels like a queen. And so basically, you and I have said we're going to share more together, more letters, more things. So Miss Eleanor is taking a trip to New Zealand to come meet you, and she is wrapped up inside of this with her stones. So I'm going to show you how she wears her stones, so that you can set her up at your altar or wherever you'd like to work with her. But she wants to come work with you. So I, you know, can't really say no to her, otherwise I'll hear about it forever. So let me show you where she wears what. Alright, the two stones, well, you gave her this stone, remember? She wears that. On the back of her head like this, and then she wears this diamond right down in between her eyes that you gave, and then I have one of those diamonds as well. Alright, and then she wears this red rock in between her teeth. Up in between her teeth here. And then she just likes this cotton ball to be under, like, up and under her head. Just set it down first. And I would like you to know that she is not in perfect condition, so if she makes it to you, her mouth doesn't connect here. And so she's fragile, and this jaw even sometimes comes off. So I'm not too worried about if anything, you know, happens to her. She came to me broken, and I've always, always loved her. So I'm going to wrap her back up, but that's how she goes. And I might actually put a little bit of tape around her, the area of her jaw, just so she makes it for safe travel. Or put like a little pillow under her. But either way, just know that she's a little broken, as we all are. and that's okay. So I am so happy to send all these things to you, and for you to have some of my art in your home. Let's take a look at that again. I'm pretty proud of it. And I'm doing videos, I think, you know, on what I'm sending the other ladies as well. I want you guys to get a kind of idea of what, you know, I could send to you if you'd like. Really want to have more friends. Would love to make a little bit of money from this. But more than the money, it would be to have somebody to share something like this with. Do old school letters and pen pal, you know what I mean? And have tangible things with online friends, because we can't afford the plane ticket, you know, but we can afford to do this. And Eleanor gets to go. I'm so excited for her. Maddy, thank you, and everybody else here in my family here. I know that you love me, and I love you dearly. Have a really beautiful day. Thanks for joining me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch.